often selling dressings that you can buy in the supermarket are filled with things you want to avoid, bad oils, sweeteners, sugars, that sort of thing. Today we're making our own dressing for a banging coleslaw. Welcome to Pop Keto, where we aim to help you live a sustainable keto and low carb lifestyle. Today, I know I said we're making a salad, but it's not just any salad and it's not just any coleslaw. This will be one of the tastiest coleslaws you've ever had, I promise you. And while we do it, we're going to talk to you about a couple of the issues with carbs going through these recipes and things you can do to tweak it to help minimize some of that. So a big welcome to all our new subscribers, and let's get into the cook. Don't know about you, but we've been starting to think about summer and what we can do, and we're starting to think about some barbecue ideas we might be able to do here. And this is one of the things that we thought would be nice to put along with it. Now we are starting off with half a cabbage, about 500 grams, and that's just the foundation of any good coleslaw recipe. So we're gonna go half and half. We've got a quarter of a red cabbage here. And we also have a quarter of a white cabbage here, which I'm just gonna trim up. As thin as you can get it. That's our preference. You can always run this through a food processor as well if you've got it. I just find it gives a nicer sort of texture if you're actually able to cut it thinly. All right, so we've got that, putting it together here. Now, here is one of the first places where you can actually adjust the carb content. Now you might be serving this for friends. It's great to have those different colors coming through. Obviously the purple cabbage, the white cabbage. You know, it said you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. And so having this bit of color is a great thing to do. But fun fact, so there's actually about 30% more carbs in the red cabbage than in the white cabbage. So if you're just doing it for yourself at home, you might just want to stick to the white cabbage. Actually, once you've got the dressing on it, you're not going to taste a lot of difference, but it does make it more visually appealing. Perhaps if you're serving it to a salad with friends at a barbecue or something like that, but that's up to you to decide. So the next thing that's always in a good coleslaw is some onion. Of course, you could use normal onion. You're more than welcome to. However, as another reduction of carbs, switch out onions for spring onions. And it's just adding a little bit of color to it as well, which you wouldn't get if you were just using onions. So we're putting in 2 spring onions, finely chopped. Get rid of those ends. And this can just go straight in there too. Okay, are you ready to get controversial? Coleslaw is a really great salad, great at a barbecue, and particularly this one, once you see the dressing, it's really good. One of the things you want to do to it though is make sure you've got some color in there. Now often carrot is put in there to give it some color, but carrot is one of those underground grown veggies that perhaps has a bit more carbs in it than you would normally like. So what do? Do you put a little bit of carrot in there? Do you not? For our recipe today, we are actually going to put in half a grated carrot, which is about 50 grams, which is going to give you about 2.8 grams of carbs that you're adding to the whole thing. And if you're taking a scoop of this to put on your bowl, maybe you're only taking 1/8 of this. It is such a small amount that it's not going to make a massive difference. So we are going to put in half a grated carrot. Making sure you get all of that out of the grater and adding more color to the dish. So we're just going to give that a bit of a mix around, bit of a stir. That's not the word. What do you use for salads? We're going to toss it. Toss the salad. And that is already looking very good. Nice and colorful. Brilliant. So let's move on to the dressing. For our dressing, we are starting with 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Now you can find mayonnaises in the store. If you do, check the ingredients, make sure they don't have sugars and extra starches that you don't need, extra carbs. But honestly, mayonnaise is so easy to make yourself and it is so good. We have a recipe for mayo on the channel and I'm going to put a link to it here and in the description. Even with someone with only basic cooking skills can make mayonnaise. It is really easy. All right, next thing we are adding is 1 tablespoon of seeded mustard. Again, making sure it doesn't have sugars in it, that sort of thing. All right, so here is my favorite ingredient in this dressing. This is smoked paprika. We are only putting in a 1/4 teaspoon of this smoked paprika. And what that will do is put this lovely smokiness through it, which is really going to complement a barbecue, or even if you've just thrown some chicken in the oven or something like that, this is really nice to go along with it. So 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Also a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We like pink Himalayan salt, so we're using that, but whatever salt that you use will be fine. And we give that a bit of a stir, mix that all through before we add our last ingredient, which is apple cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar goes in there. And we'll mix that through as well. Honestly, this dressing with your own homemade mayo, chef's kiss. Right, give it a bit of a taste. That is a party waiting to happen. I love it. All right, so we're just going to dress our coleslaw with it now. And I'm just going to toss that through with some tongs. And to garnish, I've just got some parsley, so I'm just going to put a little bit of fresh parsley on it. Boom, wheel that out at a barbecue and you're gonna have some happy people. Now coleslaw is easy and you've seen it's mostly salad, so it really is about the love that you put into the dressing that's gonna elevate the whole thing. So let's give this a taste. That is really good. You get little bits of the smokiness. It's quite a tangy dressing, but it really works with the cabbage. Little pops of the mustard seeds in your mouth, and that smokiness from the paprika is really going to be great with some barbecue meat or even something from the oven. So there you have it, the perfect summer salad. And like we said, it's easier to reduce the carbs even more by switching out the red cabbage just for straight white cabbage. And if you don't have half a carrot going around, you're probably not going to miss it in the taste. It just adds a little something to the presentation. So I hope that's been helpful. Hope that's given you a glimpse of where we want to go during the summertime. If you've liked this video, want to have a look at some of the other things that we've done on the channel. We've got a whole heap of videos and recipes, just chats about keto issues. If you make any of our recipes, don't forget to tag us on social media. We're on Facebook, also Instagram, we are popketo_. Tag us, we'd love to hear from you. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.